I'm watching this screen. I need to be watching there. I forgot there's a delay on the internet. How dare me?
Tisk.
I don't understand this tech, man. I work here.
Just throwing stuff at walls, see what works.
If it sticks, we keep it. That's how we found Flat Earther Henry, but that's all right.
Yeah. I'm still not down with hiring him, but whatever.
And just to prove a point of what type people we are, we act like, I don't know if I can get that in view without knocking shit over.
Ooh, you're gonna knock shit over.
I am.
You're gonna knock shit totally over.
Is that in view?
I can't see my...
Yeah, it's in view. It's in view. We do have another mic here. We're just not giving it up. We don't want to spread disinformation, so... Is that out of view now? It is.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. It's that Halloweeny month, man.
Leaves are changing.
It was a glorious day with the sun shining, and then it just kind of got cold.
Yeah, it's been cold last week for sure.
So people, welcome back to
Episode 99.
99. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Damn, I lost track since last week. Another marvelous episode. Broadcasting out to you from the East Coast of the United States. I'm Nick.
Tim.
What do we got today, sir? What's good?
Did you want to do a little recap on last week's? Or the week before?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Yeah, you lead off with this one because then I've got a bunch.
Just by chance, stuff gets recommended to you through your YouTube feed. Like, depending on what you watch, what you click on. And I always see videos from a vape company and this one guy. And I've seen many videos, but I decided to click on one because it kind of related to a topic we covered last week, about vape, e-juice, e-cigarettes flavors being banned. Are they just banning all products or flavors?
I don't know. San Francisco, I think, is like a total ban on vaping.
On everything. Like,
I think so.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
No way, no how.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And in this video, there was like just some crazy stuff that I saw as far as how the media was spinning it. They were taking and spinning the narrative that it's nicotine in like e-juice, fruity flavors, and most e-juice that is the cause of these problems, not that it was THC cartridges that were doing it, that were, illicit ones like we talked about last week off the street. The problem being that when people make this stuff themselves, they don't know how to make it properly. They're not making it properly, and they're using vitamin E to thin it out, so it is vapable through the cartridges, right? I'm not going to say it's Joel and all these other companies that make e-juice products at every local convenience store anywhere. Like Joel's one you can run in and buy. Who's another one? I can't ever remember the name. I
don't use those kinds, so I'm not sure.
This stuff has been around literally, I don't
15 years.
At least, minimum. I'm going to say like 2000, 2001.
It didn't catch on until like about like 10 years ago is when it really started we really started seeing it more.
Right, but maybe it was after 2000. I could be thinking wrong. I know for sure in 2008 it was massive then.
Yeah.
There were people, they were out, but there was already people finding ways to mod what was out or making their own thing, ordering stuff, making it bigger batteries to sit and vape all day, USB pass-through to run it from their computer. And that was years ago that I read about that. And then other companies started selling them 4 or 5 years ago. Anyhow, all the news and media outlets are spinning this like it is.
Like it's
It's
nicotine.
a juice that you can go buy at vape shops, at convenience stores, gas stations.
Where it's tested.
Yeah, head shops. This video that I saw wanted to address that if you ban it, that's not... It's going to do one of two things. It's going to force people to smoke, and it's also going to put tobacco products in the hands of kids. Because this video from the vape shop exclusively, they addressed the point that we're even going to go to one of our shops. We're going to go to some head shops, some convenience stores, and gas stations. They sent an undercover teen in to buy like vaping products, like mint cartridges for Joel, mango ones for Joel, whatever. The product don't matter. They went in. It was bad. Gas stations, convenience stores, head shops. One out of all of them carded them. And then when he went to the actual vape shops, I think one vape shop was willing to sell him something, and then, or no, the vape shops wouldn't sell him nothing. And one vape shop's like, look, you look old enough, but I need your ID. You know, I'm not saying you're not old enough, but I still need your ID. And he did get denied. It's a video by Dash Vapes. It should be one of the more recent ones, I think, if you want to check that out on YouTube. They also, there was another video I'd watched on the same topic that had a guy that had PTSD, that when he went to the hospital told them explicitly many times, I don't use nicotine, I don't use any vaping products other than THC based products. Told them that, and they made it out, still made it out. He talked to the news. They did an interview with him, I think. I don't know if a picture was faked, or maybe he made a sign to hold up for the interview, and they cut the I can't remember what happened, if they cut the bottom of the sign off, but it ended up reading, I wish I'd never started vaping, or something like that. But I think there was either more to it, or it was photoshopped. Some of the people that were vape shop owners, employees, agreed to do interviews with news, like Channel 7,
local news,
big local news outlets. And like, look, I'll do this interview, but if you spin it, you will be exposed. And almost every single time, every instance, the media spun it to take the not put attention on THC cartridges and stuff like that being bought off the street, and exclusively put it on
but they're ignoring that the FDA have said that only, it's either the FDA or the CDC is saying that only both are only 16-18% are nicotine users. And
banning it is not going to keep it out of the hands of kids. They're going to either A, buy it off the street, or go buy stuff the way they have been buying it without getting carded. And it's going to be tobacco instead.
Just go back to cigarettes.
But just it was pretty sickening to see all these different reporters with their spin variation of it that is so far from, it's the complete opposite of the truth. No,
I think it's a case for more regulation,
Well, definitely more regulation, but
well, no, regulate, don't ban it, but regulate it.
Right. How they're getting it.
Well, the problem with the THC cartridges is that you can't get them everywhere.
Right.
I mean,
well, this dude even said, and he's like, I was taking a drive, a crazy drive to go get these. It was hard to get these.
Well, there are places down south and towards the Midwest where not even medically, and so to do if you're going to get a cartridge, that's how you're going to have to do it.
You buying it off the street. And I understand them wanting to make, what about the children? That's always comes up in a lot of situations. What about the children? What about the kids? I understand that, but part of the problem was 100% shown. And I'm not saying every vape shop across the nation, across the world, is going to card people. But for these random instances, and they didn't contact their shop ahead of time, they didn't contact any of the stores, nobody ahead of time. They just showed up, undercover teens, sent them in.
Yeah, but the places that did sell them the juice would have sold them cigarettes then too.
Yeah. And a couple of them were like, do you have ID? He's like, no, man, I forgot it at home. I'm in a hurry. And they're like, all right. And still gave it to him. They tried to get ID. He didn't have it. And
well, that's an issue where you got to go against that particular establishment for not carding.
Well, and how do you go against that establishment without going against I mean, I think you make steeper fines for if you're caught selling to a minor. I mean, it's a pretty big fine already. But make steeper fines. If you get so many violations in a certain amount of time, there goes your license to sell that shit. Or it's suspended for a certain amount of time. Because undoubtedly, as bad as they are, cigarettes, alcohol, stuff that is regulated. If you're caught selling that so many times within a certain time period, your license should be suspended because that's a large part of your income. Gas stations, distributors, small stores like that are not staying open because they're selling fucking Tasty Cake donuts, white powder donuts. No, that's not what keeps them open.
It's gas and nicotine.
Yeah. Gas, alcohol, and nicotine.
Yeah. Well, we can't. Only a few convenience stores around here can sell booze.
Right.
So
right.
And only beer.
Right. Yeah. It's not like we were gonna say something about state stores last week.
Because I was talking to somebody at the job I just at the one work. They're from California.
Right.
They're like, oh yeah, I forgot it's completely different here. And I'm like, yeah, dude, like you can't. You can only buy liquor from a state store.
Yeah.
Like that's
exclusively from a state store.
And that's when they're proposing the bill for recreational now. It's going to be the same thing, treated as liquor. So the state would be selling. You have to buy it at a state store.
What, alcohol?
If marijuana becomes recreationally legal here.
In PA.
It'd
so
be
you can have
it'd be a state store thing again.
So you're going to be able to go buy booze and weed at the same time? Or are they going to have their own specific
They might have separate stores. I don't know.
You think they're going to cross-pollinate products?
Who knows?
Make that money?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, dude, it was a couple years ago when the first Sheetz was able to sell beer.
Right. How crazy was that when we went locally? Where did you see it? At what Sheetz first?
The one in Altoona.
17th Street?
Yeah, the main Sheetz. Yeah.
You go in and there's alcohol.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Dude, it was only a couple years before that you could sell booze on a Sunday.
Right.
I mean, bars would still, but
right, you had to make food and
yeah.
I remember being in Ohio as a teenager and going into the smallest gas station. Remember the gas station over in Chester Hill? It was right at the bottom of the hill on the left if you're coming toward town.
Yeah.
It was a little
Amico or
whatever it was, and the quick fill up at the top, down at the end. Going in places like that, and they would actually sell more. There was more of a selection of 40s and 6-packs
than we have in 6-packs here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
than soda, candy bars, and cigarettes combined. They had more alcohol selection in a little shop like that.
It blows my mind that in some states Walmart sells booze.
Right. And this was, like I said, this was 92, 93 in Ohio when I saw that. And it didn't really click because that wasn't a product that,
you weren't buying that much.
Yeah, I wasn't buying that much, I'll say. And it wasn't really marketed to my demographic for my age. Although a lot of people wanted it, that age and a little older. But yeah, just super crazy. Man, that they can't address a problem. They're going to create more problems by not properly reporting on a problem.
Push it further underground. Take something off the market that is I think it's even the FDA is saying don't quit vaping to go back to smoking cigarettes.
Right.
They issued that statement.
Right.
It's still safer.
Yeah, but with all the what is that, inciting fear with the news?
Well, look at the numbers. There's still 50,000 tobacco-related deaths a year, something it's up in the tens of thousands like that.
Right.
Against 20 so far. I'm not trying to make light or downplay the human impact of it, but I'm just saying if you're looking at the numbers, still safer.
And the guy in the one video that was exclusively didn't use nicotine, only admitted openly to only using THC products. All that was taken out of his interview that hit the news channel. None of that was in there. Only stuff related to vaping that. So basically, a lot of these news outlets, they might as well have flat earthers working for them. The way, you know what I mean?
Send Henry over there.
Yeah, exactly. We can send you, man.
Good.
You need a new job?
Yeah.
They're not going to pay you either, so forget about it. But just reporting on something, say they were reporting on the atmosphere. They were doing the same damn thing. They're going to talk about, you can't have gas pressure without a container, and then stop there and not go on to say, but a container is not always necessary in larger volumes or whatever. That's the same thing they're doing. Vaping, it's not safe, but not going on to say that it's these products bought in this manner that are unsafe, not the whole industry. Shame on them.
Yeah. Well,
that's kind of, I don't want to say treasonous, but it is. You know what I mean? Like, I understand wanting.
Well, it's really dishonest.
It is disingenuous, dishonest. There's a lot of words, man. And how, the way I look at it, if you're going to be a journalist or a reporter, there's like a bit of integrity that comes along with that type of job position.
To telling the truth,
Yeah. Unfortunately, not a lot do.
Nope. Well, it's a dude. And back in the day, it was about selling papers, but now it's about views
and who can lie better.
Yeah,
I mean that's a sad state of media.
Yeah,
and I think that's why it's becoming more and more unpopular. Not only that, why are you going to tune in and watch some bullshit at 6, at 9, at 10, at 11, at 5, whenever, when it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and you can hop online and get your news and get it accurate?
Happened 15 minutes ago, bam.
And I have it now. It happened 10 minutes ago, and I know what happened so far, what they know, and it's more accurate. It's the real story versus, whatever spin they want you to have. Yeah. Let's try and cover this other article. I mean, I know you brought it up last week, and I was kind of like standoffish, like I didn't know a lot about it, but I got this amount of info from 2 videos. I did not run down a rabbit hole or run down some crazy path watching every video that I could find on it. I watched 2 videos that explained multiple sides.
Are you talking about that video that I sent you? Or?
No.
Okay.
No, this was for the vaping thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I got that, that info from 2 videos that
I read 2 articles, and it just said, like, here's what the CDC says, here's what the FDA says. I'm like, okay. So I just
So yeah, can you trust your local news? Not with everything I'm gonna say. Shame on you, local news. If you don't like your jobs, we'll be happy to do them for you.
Yeah, I'll take over.
Send us your vans. We'll do it. All right, man. So coming up, this one
This one's been big.
Let me clear my throat for this.
Yeah.
This one I had no clue on because I had a whole week-long venture into new territory for my old monkey brain that is malfunctioning. I'm learning new shit. New shit for one of my jobs.
Yeah.
So I heard nothing about this. I explicitly stayed offline all week, except 2 days. I did 2 dumbass streams, Thursday and Friday. But I actually stayed out of social media and news sources, everything all week. So is this when this blew up?
It's been going on for almost 2 weeks now, I'd say.
Wow, I wasn't paying attention before a week ago either.
Yeah.
All right, man. Dish it out. Let's hear it. Where's the best place to open with it?
So, well, take your pick. NBA or Blizzard?
How does Blizzard tie in?
Okay. So, Blizzard, it all started when...
this is not a smoking endorsement either, so don't take it that way ever.
No, don't vape. I vape, but whatever.
Not sponsored.
Nope.
This is our choices.
I mean, I'll take a sponsor. Well, all right, but whatever. A pro player from Taiwan, goes by the handle Blitzchung, was being interviewed by 2 Blizzard commentators, and
Blizzard, the game company.
The game company,
famous for Diablo. And
yep.
Battle.net.
I forget what game he was playing specifically, but I think it was Hearthstone. Said in the interview, "Liberate Hong Kong," and they all were initially fired.
Okay.
Yeah, but then it was like turned into like a year-long suspension, and like a losing out on some prize money for Blitzchung, and then the 2 commentators, they were fired, and then I think it was turned over to suspension too.
Okay. Blizzard I'm reading this from an article. This is probably what you just said.
Yeah.
Blizzard Activision banned an esports player for 1 year for expressing support for Hong Kong. Excuse me. And also fired the announcers who interviewed
Okay, so the announcers were fired. Yeah, they weren't even suspended. They're done.
Apple banned pro-democracy singers from selling on Hong Kong iTunes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't hear about the Apple angle. Yep.
Apple.
Yep. Apple. Of course, Apple's in it too.
Apple, you just can't. You're not happy with fucking up as much as you do. You got to get in it more.
Then what also happened with Blizzard is there was a interview with with one of the American university teams for Hearthstone, and they held up a sign that said, hold on. Yeah, we stand with Hong Kong.
Right.
The live stream was cut.
Oh.
Yeah, they were on the button.
Not even one of these moves where they mute the shit.
So
we're off the air.
People are, yeah.
Oh no, we're not.
No.
Okay, so not even one where they go black screen like this.
No,
and then,
just cut the stream.
And then also mute the mics. Okay, so let's go back.
Yeah.
Just cut it.
Just cut it.
I'm not doing that. Not yet. We'll do that at the end.
Yep. So in protest to this, people have been speaking out against Blizzard.
Right.
They're like, a big boycott started, and they're like, go delete your account. Blizzard is stopping you from deleting your account. Like, you can cancel your subscription or whatever, but they're like, we're not deleting your account.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. If you speak out on the forums, you're getting a 1,000-year ban.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
All to placate the Chinese market.
So what are you saying? Let me read this title here. He's saying China's conflict with the NBA shows why companies can't force social change by themselves. That's the headline here.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
I think so. So what the NBA was Houston Rockets GM.
Yeah, general manager.
Yep. Tweeted we stand with Hong Kong. It was then deleted.
Well, no, he deleted it.
Yeah. Well, they were like, take that down.
Yeah, he tweeted and deleted almost instant.
Yeah. Or maybe he's like, oh shit, I probably shouldn't. But the commissioner says we still support free speech.
Really?
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 Really? Yeah.
Then what was that?
Oh, and there's a statue in front of Blizzard's headquarters that has a plaque that says every voice matters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
It's the Google getting into China and then dropping "Don't be evil." It's like, as soon as that money's there,
yeah,
there goes your conscience.
Yep. We're not for sale.
Yep.
Send us all your money. Do whatever you want. Give us money.
So the NBA tying in, that's where South Park, 2 weeks ago, made a joke about the NBA and their thing with I think it wasn't. It was like an offhand joke.
When does South Park not cover something in the news?
Oh, dude, they're so
the whole
fresh.
basis for the show.
So China banned that episode. So screw you. They came back with an episode where Tally makes Randy say fuck the Chinese government.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. And Randy did it, but was reluctant because he sells a lot of weed in China.
Damn.
And then I got to read this. So then South Park, after the ban, because they're just doubling down. But after the ban, here's the tweet: official apology to China from Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Really? An official from them.
Listen, dude, it's from them. Come on.
Okay.
Like the NBA, we welcome the Chinese censors into our homes and into our hearts. We too love money more than freedom and democracy. Xi doesn't look just like Winnie the Pooh at all. Tune into our 300th episode this Wednesday at 10. Long live the great Communist Party of China. May this autumn's sorghum harvest be bountiful. We good now, China? ?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. It seems like when something's going to start affecting your bottom line, you know what I mean? You change your whole narrative.
Yeah, but it's going to have a backlash. It's having a backlash here, though.
Right, but despite what you believe in, if you have a bottom line that can be unaffected, even if it's against all your beliefs, you'll change your tune.
Yeah.
As long as that money flow doesn't decrease, if it stays the same or increases, you will.
You're happy to toe the line then.
Yeah. And that's a sad way to be. I mean, granted, sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah.
But not really towing the line.
Well, okay, so
but
if you're looking at it from a sovereignty angle, at least,
right.
It's China. they can do what they want, but it's having an influence here now, which is not great.
Well, just think about how social media plays a role in stuff like when MySpace was out. That never, how do I want to say it? Never had an effect on the elections. But now,
back in the day,
right? Back in the day, but now,
well, probably did, but not much.
Not saying MySpace is a thing, but now, like, not only that, aren't they trying to include like politicians and stuff? They're playing to like social media, trying to get their message out that way, as well as on your on televised media, online media.
Dude, Bernie Sanders and Joe Rogan, they're getting into new media.
Right. That was a great episode, actually.
Yeah.
And Bernie made some good points. I mean, he mostly talked about healthcare.
Yeah.
But
that's a good. He knows it's like kind of a safe platform, Like, who's gonna say? I mean, I wonder about like the feasibility of it, but if we could do it, that'd be great.
I like the point that Bernie made about I can't even paraphrase it, but he said about whenever you're debating somebody on that platform and it's like they say something in a minute or 2 minutes and then you have 45 seconds to respond on how to fix the state of healthcare in the United States.
When you need an hour to go on.
Yeah, you need it. You can't even do it in an hour.
Yeah.
You can barely scratch the surface in an hour.
Yeah.
You get 45 seconds to do it. I'm not the first to say it, and we're not going to be the last, but I think that, dude, that's an old, antiquated way of doing things that is...
It's slowly phasing out.
It is way outdated.
Yeah.
I understand keeping with tradition, kind of, but not so much, man. It's a crazy new world out here. Like change is uncomfortable as hell, but sometimes change is needed. I think.
Well, I mean, life's mostly change. Yeah.
No, I mean, dude, there's so many comedians that have made bits about it. Rogan exclusively saying about we can't change the writings of the sacred scroll, talking about just different things. Is it with the Declaration or is it with the Bill of Rights? Constitution, that's what, yeah. And they wrote that, with feathers?
Yeah.
Wearing white powdered wigs? You kidding me?
Yeah, but I mean, it can be changed and amended.
Right.
Yeah.
What one got amended and then they had to amend that amendment? Was that the...
Prohibition.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Was there one dealing with freedom of speech? Or no, they never amended that? All right, well...
I know.
I confuse and conflate stuff weekly. Tune in to see mass confusion on my end. Blizzard, what are you doing? Every voice matters.
Yeah.
Just nobody other than theirs, right?
You know what the funny thing is, too? BlizzCon is like 2 weeks away.
And they did this before that?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think last year wasn't... Whoa. Last year had pushback because like they announced like a mobile Diablo and everybody's like, dude, we want like a Diablo we can play on console.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have they ever done Diablo on console yet?
Yeah. 3.
They did? I meant... Okay. But a new one. They want a new
Diablo,
one.
yeah, they want another, yeah.
I remember the original. I played it in Diablo 2.
I only played 3 a little bit.
Dude, it was great. Yeah. Great old games. I dug it back then. Wow. Stupid move on their part. That close to BlizzCon.
Yeah.
Who knows? Time will tell. Time will tell. I don't know, man. I don't agree. Like, but again, this is just another story with people controlling the narrative, like companies, bigger companies, like Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's a reason behind why a lot of these companies are left leaning?
If I had to say, I say tech is more prevalent amongst younger people.
Right.
And younger people tend to lean more left.
Right.
Yeah.
And younger people are the ones going to grow up and be in charge one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy. Like I said, there's going to be no room left in the world for anything. It's all going to be safe spaces everywhere. Can't do this, can't do that. We're going to be reduced to what? A brain in a vat.
Okay. Like, I don't think the reality is ever going to get to that point.
No,
like,
obviously not. But
well, I mean, even to where like you can have like, granted, like yeah, things can get safer. You know, like
oh, for sure.
Hey, hell, dude, violent crime rates are way down. Like they spiked in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, but then they've been dropping ever since.
Have been dropping.
Yeah.
Another thing, they want to go. A lot of people want to start doing stuff like without currency. Like they want to do, you know what I mean? Like paperless.
Oh, you mean just like cards and like
cards
ePay.
And stuff like that. Yeah. Like getting rid of the money isn't necessarily going to get rid of the problem. People that are using money for whatever illegal activities and that, the people that are accepting that money, they're just going to modify, you know what I mean?
They'll find a way around or
circumvent it, definitely.
Or just eventually just go to, if you had to, just go to barter.
Yeah.
Like you
barter and trade.
Yeah.
Get your goats ready, your cows, your chickens.
Well, you just use a different medium of exchange. Like, we've covered it, like where Bitcoin got its start.
Yeah.
Was laundering money with Magic the Gathering cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, and then the whole Silk Road online thing. Do you remember that?
Hearing a little bit about that, yeah.
That was like online, like
human trafficking and stuff.
I do everything, drugs,
every dark web
hire
thing.
Hitman, crazy dark web shit. Yeah. And that was a game. That was based around a game. Like there was an actual game, but yeah, I don't know. Strange times, man. That's what all I have to say. Anyway,
it definitely feels like we're about to like hit a big change, one way or another. Yeah, well,
you think change is coming?
Well, no shit, but it's just how, you know, like
what's it gonna take?
Integration of technology, AI, like cybernetics. What like?
Okay, let me ask you this.
Space.
We'll end it on this because we don't have much more time today. Yeah. We are pushing that wall.
What's the catalyst going to be for like this big change that's coming?
Of Hollywood scenarios, what do you think's more likely? Terminator, Matrix, or name another one.
Well, you have to have something that like is based on Earth and stuff. So
Earth and technology, or
do it like I guess it could be even aliens. Throw like First Contact in there or something.
Yeah, one of those.
Because, dude, have you been hearing about the Navy and stuff has been like saying, really like acknowledging that videos from like the last like 20, 30 years are like, yeah, those, we don't know what those are.
Hey, what can you do? Here's what I want. Maybe we'll talk about this next week. One of the best evidences for UFOs, and I know they said, it was this. And then they did a demonstration of that later on, and people got video and pictures, and it looked nothing like it. But the Phoenix lights, do you remember those? Do you know what those are?
I've heard of them, yeah.
The lights that were in a pattern.
Like a V, like a formation, yeah.
Yeah. And I know they said it was a flare drop, and there was one photographer who took an actual photo of a flare drop from a distance at a crazy angle, and it did kind of resemble that. But it was not even close to the same thing. And let's not forget that these flares weren't only just dropping; they were moving
forward,
over the state of Arizona.
Yeah,
and just I don't know what that was, man. We should dig further into that. Maybe we'll cover UFOs next week. Yeah,
I mean, that's good. Yeah, that's been in the news too. I just didn't want to seem like a crazy crackpot, but
we do it all.
We do it all. Yeah, might as well.
We got fucking Henry.
Yeah.
Anyhow, it's time.
Can we fire Henry next week?
No, man. Who's gonna push the buttons if we fire him?
We could get like one of the little birds that drinks water, right?
Cats. We can get cats in here. Dogs. It all works. It's 2019. We want to be all inclusive.
All right.
Have a good week, people.
Later on.